So this Democratic donor just gave the best case for why we absolutely should not have money in politics and why Democrats are never going to be the party of the people if we keep donors like this. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. I know I have no neck. I have a limited neck. Right. But I've never seen a dude with less neck than this Stephen what's his name? It's Stephen Clobalt or something, some ridiculous name. This dude is on MSNBC, and shout out to MSNBC for forwarding this narrative without any pushback whatsoever. It's like this is exactly what you wanted to be said. It's fascinating. But he's on MSNBC and he's talking about how he told Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi that if they keep talking about billionaires and millionaires because that word hurts his feelings, he hates that he's going to pull his money out and he's going to leave the party. I'm like, well, bitch, leave the party. Bye. Go. What's stopping you? We don't want you here. Even if we're structurally in need of you here, I would rather Stephen Klubeck. I would rather the Democrats just take it on the chin and find a way, do Bernie Sanders model, but get people like this out of office. Take a listen into this fool as he discusses why why he wants to leave the Democratic Party. Here we go.
A lot of people want to be rich. So is it the right message that the Democrats are going with?
It's so effing wrong.
Whoa.
I've talked to Schumer.
Yeah.
I've talked to Wyden.
Okay.
I've talked to Pelosi.
And said what?
And I said, if you use the term
billionaire again,
I'm done.
Why?
Because it's aspirational. I didn't start with anything. Just penalize everyone that's done well.
Okay, and this is a Democratic donor, right? Who does he sound? He sounds like every talking point that you ever heard from a Republican when it comes down to why we should cut taxes for them because we shouldn't penalize people who are successful. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, I mean, listen, you do not get to call yourself a progressive or even the standard. We need to move the standard over from just the label of progressive. You should not be able to call yourself a Democrat if all you are is socially progressive, socially liberal. No. It has to be, you have to be economically liberal. And I get it. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to pause that. Here's the B side of his conversation. Listen in.
We all want to do well. And we should be the party of doing well. We should be a party of business and leadership. And it is very, very disturbing when I hear the millionaire or billionaire word. And I've told them to stop it, knock it off. Because everyone wants to do really well.
Wait, you hear this fool? It is so disturbing. He's got a hell of a voice, I tell you that. But it's a great voice. It's actually, let me hear it again so I can imitate it.
This is the world of...
there it is. It's disturbing. I'm like, you're really sad because somebody said the word billionaire or millionaire? You think that's hard? It's hard being called a billionaire? You know what's hard is being called by Sally Mae every goddamn day because you can't pay your student loans. That's what's hard. I will not be upset whatsoever if somebody looked at me and said, "Oh, you billionaire, oh, you got to pay your taxes." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, fine. I'll pay my taxes because you know what? I don't have anything else to worry about in the world." This dude, and this is a Democratic donor. Listen to the rest of this fool.
Aspirations.
Then are you worried that the Democratic Party is going too far to the left?
So much so, it drives me nuts.
So much
so, it would make me quit the party.
Well, quit the party then. Bye. And yeah, he's a huge donor. This is some arrogance, man. Like, it's one thing to be a huge dick and to be a huge donor in the background saying these things, but now he's getting nervous. This is how you know progressives are winning. He's so nervous that he's come on national television to cry about the fact that Democrats are talking too much about income inequality. You know, that's progress. That's the donors are coming out of the dark. This is the exact reason we absolutely have to get money out of politics. Let's listen. I don't know if he has anything else meaningful to say. Let's listen.
And I've made it very clear, I'll cut your money off. And others will do the same.
We're tired of it.
We've had enough.
We've had enough.
Okay.
We need a new brand.
And I'm sorry, I don't know the name of this of the host on MSNBC, but she's garbage. Let me rephrase that because that's not nice. She's trash. I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me try it again. Third time, I could probably do it nicer. She is intentionally setting up these loaded questions to let him knock them down because she is being paid to forward this conversation. She's being paid to forward the agenda of business people and corporate donors and billionaires. And so she's actually doing it. Actually, she's not, even in that role, she's not doing that job well. I mean, listen to how fake this is at the beginning. Listen.
Rich. So is it the right message that the Democrats are going with?
It's so effing wrong.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't expect you to do that, even though we went over it in the pre-interview that everybody does. Whoa. I mean, she's not even selling it well. Like, come on. The questions are so... Okay, let me leave her alone. Because the real problem is that MSNBC, which is supposed to be the liberal wing of media in the United States, is putting this out in their daytime programming, which is just further confirmation that they are not a liberal outlet. I know after 8, they start, they do the Democratic Party version of liberalism and they run with the Russian narrative and everybody thinks that they're good because they run with that. But this right here that's on a computer screen that I'm pointing to that you can't see, but this right here is exactly why MSNBC is not going to ever do anything for the average person because they're doing. Why is he even on television? How is he a contributor, a political contributor? Why? He's rich? Literally, he is on television because he's rich. He is on television because he's rich. That's his contribution. What is this guy's contribution? What is this Stephen Kluback? Why is he on television to talk about anything? Because he's rich and he's mad at his party because his party is actually talking about now more than ever, right? Like Nancy Pelosi, I would give Nancy Pelosi this. Like, I've been catching her stuff a little bit more lately. I've seen it pop up in my timeline and she's out here leading the charge against these tax breaks. Like, and I'm very curious as to what I'm probably like Nancy Pelosi. I heard on one thing she said, she's like, I don't really curse, but I guarantee you when he tried to call her out on MSNBC saying I called her up and told her to cut it out, I bet you she said, bitch, please. like, dude, what you're not going to do is tell you, some of them, maybe Chuck Schumer, maybe that's influential on Chuck Schumer. Right. But most people with a piece of a spine would react to this fool pretty much the way I did and just say, bitch, please move on. If you want to leave, leave. Take your money. Take your money. Because it would be more of a statement. It would be more beneficial for the Democratic Party to make a statement on his behalf, on his accord, because of him, and say, we want you. We don't even want your money in this party anymore. They would get more money from like 100, 200, 300,000 people who would be motivated to give them money if they just openly reject this guy. But they're not. They're not going to openly reject him. They might say some cross words to him on the side. But the real problem here is, honestly, is MSNBC setting him up to do that, to giving him that platform. He's just a billionaire. That's it. You're not special because you're a billionaire. Dude, you are not special. Money does not make you intelligent. Money doesn't mean that you have more of a contribution to the society. Money just means that you had money to get more money. That's the only thing you need in America to get more money is to have money. It's not the chicken or the egg conversation. It is an inheritance conversation. It is who can get corporate funding conversation. Who can get venture capitalists to fund their... That's the conversation. It's not chicken or the egg. It's about who has capital. Those who have capital can make more capital. That's the only thing that means to me when I see people with money. It's not that I don't think you're more talented. I don't think you're smarter. I think that you had money. You got money from somewhere to do your idea. I've seen people get tens of millions of dollars in their first round of funding to create an idea that they haven't even created yet. Like I saw an entire company start and they didn't even have, like they had $10 million to start and they didn't even have an idea of what it was going to be. Some people get enough money so that they honestly just can't fail. And then you have other people who just fail all the time, right? So clearly it's not a one-to-one correlation. But you have You have to have money to get money, and that's all this represents. That's this dude's only qualification for being on television, is that he had money, which means nothing to me. Doesn't mean that you work harder. Get the hell out of here. Millionaires and billionaires, you know the conversation, but I just gotta say it. They do not work harder than any of us. Bottom line, they are no more intelligent than any of us. Bottom line, only thing that they have more than the average person is money, because not a damn one of them can make money from nothing. When people say, I started from nothing, Donald Trump said he started from nothing. He got $1 million to start his first business from his dad. Not even talking about what he inherited after his father died. I started from nothing, which means he probably got $150,000 from somebody to start his first business, and then he got his first round of funding. They're not smarter. They don't work harder. They're not more deserving. They're not more qualified. They're not more educated. Take a look at Donald Trump. This fool got, maybe he has $3 billion. He doesn't have the $10 billion he said, but clearly he's not a hard worker. Clearly he's not intelligent. And yet these are the people that we're going to allow to dictate the terms of the Democratic Party or the policy of the Democratic Party. This big ass baby, no neck ass baby.